Well, this is the moment you guys have been waiting for. Behind me, I have the brand new 2025 Lifestyle Campers Iconn E2. We'll go through and show you what's new on the E2s, the updated features, and yeah, come through and we shall go from there. So starting up at the front of the E2, you've got a Cruise Master D35 hitch. You've got a park brake, your 7-pin flat, and your Anderson plug. You've got a BM Pro breakaway system, as well as your chains, and an ARC 750 swing up jockey wheel. Just like on the previous E2s, you still get a front padded cover. You've got all the bash plates and the front box that houses your 2 4-kilo gas bottles. You still do get the massive drawer slide on the front that can house up to a 95-litre dual zone chest fridge, and you do also have an Anderson plug as well as a 12-volt plug to supply power to your fridge. The doors also have been updated to the Aussie Traveller doors, so a lot more better system now on them. You also do have the ability to separate the door for just a screen door. So on the side here, you still have the storage side here. You've got obviously your spice rack like the previous generation, as well as the fire extinguisher in here now. You do also get a nice little bench here now, so this is obviously now being utilized as some bench space, and you'll see in a moment why this is so good. So this is where the changes in the E2 have made the van now that extra little bit better. Instead of having the kitchen on the door, you now have a full pull-out kitchen that pulls right out. You then flip this over. You've got 2 little legs that now fold out, and then you've got little inserts here where these lock into. Then on the back, you've got a little wing nut. So once that's set up, you pull this out. You've got a little bracket on the door that screws in to there. So that's your kitchen, and you still get the same, deep sink, hot and cold water plumbed. You've got the 2-burner gas stove, and now a really nice pull-out drawer for your cutlery. So that's a nice little feature they've come with now. And then you also have a little pull-out box here, and you can now see how this has transformed the space. So now you've got this sort of L-shaped bench, and you can do your food prep here. There's heaps of storage in here for bulky items, and then you also do get bigger drawers on the top now in the E2s, and now like a little parcel shelf as well. So really nice updates on the E2s. So this is your control hub now. You've got the Jawetta hot water system, which is standard on the E2s here. Your actuator buttons to operate your roof lifting system. You've got 4 buttons here, one for your dust suppression system, which is standard in the E2s, your hot water system, your water pumps, and your storage lights, which are on the other side of the van. You also do have 2 tank gauges here, so one for your front tank, one for your back tank, 80-litre tank at the front, 120-litre in the rear, giving you a total of 200 litres of water storage on board. Standard with the E2s, you get the Victron battery management system. So that's a 30 amp charger, 30 amp 240 volt charger, as well as a 30 amp MPPT charger for your solar. Now on the E2s, you get a full 600 watts of solar on the roof, so 2 300-watt panels, a nice upgrade from the previous generation, which only had 400 watts of solar on the roof. You've also got 2 little USB here, so you obviously for charging your phones, as well as a 12-volt cigarette socket and 2 40-volt outlets. So you've also got 2 40-volt outlet here, so if you do option in an inverter, you do get those wired to the inverter as well. So all 2 40-volt GPOs are wired in the van if you option in an inverter. So just like the previous E2s, you also still get this drop-down table on the back of the kitchen. It's a good spot to put, your Weber. You've got your gas outlet right here, so if you want to plumb in your Weber or your 2-burner gas stove on the back, it's easily accessible on the rear there. The new E2s have been upgraded from the previous 16-inch wheels to the 17-inch wheels, and now you do get a 285 by 70 mud terrain tire on the E2s. You do have the provision as well to get a double jerry can holder and a firewood box on the back here, or an additional spare wheel. On the side you do have the 2 hinges like the old one. It opens up. By opening that up, it gives you access to your shower tent, which is just 2 linch pins as well as 2 little locks. And that opens up just simple as unzipping. And the shower tent just folds out. After that has folded out, simply just unzip the shower tent. And you get access to your dual zone shower tent in here. So one side for your showering, one area for the dry zone. And you also do have access to your shower outlet here. You have some nice pockets, little hooks for your towels, and 2 clear PVC panels here that allow light so you can get lighting within the shower area at night time. On the driver's side, you have your dust suppression system here where you get access to your panel filter. 2 inlets on the side, one fills your back tank, one fills the front tank. And then opening up, similar to the previous E2, you have these 2 pockets. And still, with the new kitchen, have heaps of storage in here to put a lot of bulky items like chairs, tables and whatnot. So now with the E2s, all your electrics are in the middle of the van, so just right above the axle. You've got your battery box as well as all your electrics like your BMS, MPPT and DC to DC, all behind this box here that's all encased and closed. So if you are throwing things in here, you don't have to worry about breaking anything or ripping any cords out while transporting all your items in the van. So in the back here is where your 12 volt, 240 volt Duetto hot water system is housed, and also where your kitchen slides into. Still get heaps of storage on the side here where you can put a little porta potty. If you do option in the Dinette model, you do get a fixed Thetford toilet in here. So now you do get a bigger hatch on the front as well on the driver's side. Easy to get jerry cans in and out, and you also do have a lot more space to work with for your pole carrier. You do get a draft skirt standard on the E2s as well as a step to get in and out of the van. Forgot to also mention you do also get front and rear stabilizers on the E2s. So that was a quick run through of the exterior of the E2. There's been some nice updates with the upgrade of the cellar as well as the change in style of the kitchen. Let's go inside now and have a look at what has changed. Still same layout as the previous model, but there have been some little updates that make the van just that little bit more better to use. All right, so stepping inside the E2, you do now have gloss white cabinets inside. All your switches for your internal on the vans, front and rear, driver's side and the kitchen are all in here. You've got some 12 volt plugs there too. But all the drawers are soft close, so soft close drawers. It's a really nice little touch. And then obviously this is a bunk model, so you can either push the bed out of the way, have that there. You've got a little ladder that if you were to set the bunk up, you can put into that little locating pin there to have a ladder so that the kids can get up into the bed. You've got all these windows around the van as well. So you can get really good cross flow ventilation into them. You'll still get the little sink here with the little basin, little pocket on the side for your toothbrushes and toiletries, little hatch and more drawers underneath. Also for the kids you get a little net just to attach it to the roof so that it stops the kids from falling out. And then if you hook this up out of the way, you've got little clips that then you can clip the bed into. So once the bed's up out of the way, you also have your 12 volt plugs as well, 240 volt outlets, some little storage boxes in here that are pretty deep, so good to put the kids' stuff in there. Same thing as this side. And to set up the bunks, so you just little latches on here that folds down. You actually can also get access to your fridge through this little compartment here. So as you can see, if the fridge is closed at night, you can still get access to at least one side of the fridge, so that you can get some cold drinks. Obviously if kids are here you can't do that, but that's a nice little feature if you don't have kids. or I don't have the bunk set up. Once that's basically down, you remove the backrests. Take out the inserts. The backrests then go back in to here. And then you've also got this little middle piece here that then goes in between this. And that's your bottom bunk set up. Once the bottom bunk is set up, obviously you can unlatch the ladder, take down the clips. That folds down, locate it into that little pin down here. And then you've got a solid ladder for the kids to climb up in. And then, like I said, you've got the little clips for a net so that the kids don't fall out of the bed. So in the E2s you get a full queen size, so a household queen size bed, and that's got a pillow top mattress as well. And then you've got the two little pockets with carpet inside for a little bookcase. And then at the bed heads you do get two 12-volt cigarettes there and reading lights on both sides. You also have a little window on both sides, so you can open that up, get some good cross throw through there as well. Then you also have blinds, so full block out as well as the midgie mesh. So just like on the previous E2s, you still also get access to your storage by lifting the bed up. It's two gas struts, so you don't even need to touch it to lift it up. You do have all your electrics housed in here now, like I said before, so it's all protected behind this, so that if any objects move around during transit, you've obviously got those protected. Your batteries are housed in here and then also vented to the exterior. But yeah, it's just a good way of being able to gain access to your storage without having to go outside the van and go through the outside. So that was a brand new Lifestyle Campers Iconn E2. Some really nice updates in this van for 2025, especially in the kitchen area. If you want to come have a look at this, it's now here available at Off Grid Outfitters at our showroom. Come to 2/2 Samantha Place, Cement Grange, or contact us via phone or email at sales@offgridoutfitters.com.au. Other than that, we'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.